That wasn't the one I wanted to see. Alright, just testing to see if I'm live real quick. Alright, just testing to see if I'm live real quick. Alright. So basically you're going to be able to, because I can't show the game obviously, we are going to, let me make sure they got the, alright, so I will commentate on the game as you guys, the actual game as you guys kind of like watch this. At least it'll give you something to watch instead of just me, because if you stare at me for 4 hours, you're probably not going to be that interested. Somehow I have 2 people watching. I don't know who else would watch this, but... So, the game should be starting here any minute now. So, looks like they're already lining up for the kickoff. And the Texans are kicking off. And it'll just go out of the back of the end zone. So the Bills will get the ball at the 25-yard line.
For Wyoming, but showed incredible physical gifts and upside there. The Bills drafted him 7th overall in 2018.
All right, so I imagine the PlayStation game is going to go a lot faster than the actual game. So, we'll kind of compare. I'm playing 15-minute quarters, so we'll see how it goes. It's a little screen pass. So to Singletary, you get about 5 yards. It's kind of interesting because, I grew up near Buffalo, so I'm kind of really rooting for Buffalo in this game because, I grew up and watched the Bills in the 90s and stuff like that when they were, going to the Super Bowls and losing. So it's kind of interesting to me to watch this. So in the game here, Madden game, we got the Bills actually kicking off to the Texans. So we'll see if these games are even, close. I imagine they probably won't be. Old Frank Gore's in there. He got himself a first down. Huge fan of Frank Gore, being a 49ers fan, a long-time 49ers fan since the 80s. Even though I grew up watching Buffalo, it's because the team that was closest to me was on TV, but I grew up watching the Bills. But I'm a 49ers fan, always been. So Josh Allen, I think that you're going to see in the coming years, after Brady finally leaves, which could be this year, that Josh Allen will lead the Bills to, a lot of good seasons in a row. I could see that happening. All right. So we've got a 2nd and 8 from Buffalo in the real game. And Josh Allen's running to the right. He's going to pick up a nice run, and he's got a rush to space. Oh, and he gets tackled. Ankle, shoelace, down to the 30-yard line-ish, around there. Buffalo's moving to football. You know, the thing is with Houston Texans, man, is they can beat anybody in the league, but they could also lose to anybody in the league, and it all depends on what team's going to show up today. If the Texans, like the good Texans team, shows up, they win this game. But I mean, from the start of it, it doesn't look like that's the case. It does look like the Bills are the ones that are going to show up. So like a little toss sweep. Got about 4 or 5 yards on that one. So the Bills are running right down the field, and they're doing it on the ground. Now, another thing to talk about is that J.J. Watt is back, making his first return from his torn pectoral muscle. So that's going to be, I mean, I wonder what kind of impact he's going to have. You know, is this kind of just like a show thing? Is he really going to be playing at 100%? I guess we will find out. But the Bills are already in the red zone, so that they do about the 16-yard line. Another like toss sweep, but it's to John Brown, a pass to Allen, touchdown. So Allen caught the touchdown pass. Josh Allen, and it's 6-0. It's almost like the exact same thing that's happening on the Madden game is also happening in the football, but in another way, the complete opposite way. So the Texans are moving right down the field on the ground. Oh, Buffalo fumbled, or Houston fumbled. Buffalo got a ball. Oh, and their running back's hurt. All right, so the kick extra point is good. Buffalo's up 7-0. So we're at a commercial break right now. Let's take a look at this Madden game. It's like Buffalo's got the ball at the 9-yard line. Obviously, this is just kind of just a fun thing to do. I'm just sitting here watching these games, and I don't even know if I'll watch this whole game. Man, Frank Gore, he got the ball first. I can't see, that's the thing with Madden. Like, Singletary's the starter, but you know Madden's not going to see that, and now Frank Gore is actually the starter. But Gore's been in the game already a few times, and I've watched Bills games this year where he barely even played, and it's like, man, you know, you do have like, you know, I understand he's getting old, but he still runs the ball pretty damn good for an old man. Gore, a little run there, 12 yards on 2 carries now. We got a first down. The inconvenient truth. We're still a commercial break on the actual game. I don't know if I'll stay up late tonight and do the Patriots game. I probably will keep it on. I'll turn it on. Oh, almost picked off. But tomorrow night I'll be back for the games. I'm gonna try to do both of them tomorrow night, considering like the second game will be like this time of the night. I'm in England right now, so if you guys didn't know, it is like almost 10 o'clock at night. All right, so they're back and they're just showing the touchdown again right now. I would love to see Buffalo play in the Super Bowl again, but I think that might be just a little bit far fetched to think that Buffalo could be in. Man, they got to go. I think they have the toughest way to go. You know, I mean, they beat Houston. That's probably the easiest game they got. Next week if they beat Houston, they go to, I don't know if they're the 5 or the 6 seed. I'm not really sure. No, they got to be the 5 seed. So they would go if they win. I guess we wouldn't know until later, but no. The Patriots are the 3 seed. So the Ravens are they're the 5 seed. That's right. So the other game is really going to kind of determine, unless Houston wins. If Houston wins, they're going. They are going to. I guess you can't really tell until the later game. Yeah, so I wish they'd have played the Patriots game first. That way you'd already kind of know. Dude, Johnson got the ball and he's out to the 50-yard line already, almost to the 50-yard line. So Houston's moving right down the field. That was about a 20-yard run right there. About the 49, 48. He went and got tackled down 49. So first and 10 at the 49 for their Houston. Carlos Hyde, he got about 3 or 4 yards. So you're probably watching this game and getting like kind of a bit confused. If you're coming in late, just to let you know that uh, I'm commentating on the actual game while you watch the Madden exhibition. All right, so Deshaun Watson's sacked at the 49. So we lost about 5 yards on that play. Jerry Hughes is the guy who got the sack. That's the 7th season with Buffalo. Well, this game's on ESPN. That's the first time I can't remember a game being on ESPN in a long time. There might be a flag on the play, but Sean Watson, they ain't got a whole lot of time out there, but he threw the ball. He's got a first down out to about the 39. It's across midfield now. Yeah, he's under some serious duress already, so the Bills are getting to him. And maybe at some point they finally actually do give it to him. So, I mean, also they could figure out this blocking scheme. So, I mean, a whole lot can happen between now and the end of this game. So, the Bills have a really good defense, though. Little handoff. Looks like Carlos Hyde. Maybe a yard. So there's 8:25 to go in the actual game. 6:51 in the first over here on the Madden game. All right, Deshaun Watson got a empty backfield, which I'm pretty sure later in this game they're probably not going to do that anymore because he's under some serious pressure. No, he's a shifty guy, so he's going to move around a little bit, and he's under pressure again. Kind of moved out of the pocket and had to scramble, maybe picked up a couple inches. All right, so Watson's got a run back in the backfield now. Probably sick and tired of running around back there and getting clobbered. He's been sacked once, but it was kind of like an ankle biter tackle. All right, throws over the middle to Hopkins, but incomplete. Hopkins is up looking for a flag, but I don't think he's gonna get one. I think the ball was kind of uncatchable, and to be honest with you, it was probably offensive pass interference. I mean, he's like kicking that dude around. Yeah, there's contact on both sides. Like you could have called it either way. Oof, interception in the Madden game. Threw it right to him too. So it looks like they're gonna do a challenge flag on this pass interference call, which I don't know if they're challenging the pass interference. I don't think this is going another. Well, he did have his hand wrapped around him, but yeah, and they're at a commercial break. So just from the start of things, now obviously Buffalo probably came out with a scripted offense, so they went right down the field and everything worked. They're not going to have the scripted offense like the trick play that scored a touchdown. I can't see that continuing. They're not going to be able to keep doing that trick play. Like it's just really not going to work. I guess supposedly it could work, but anyways, they're at a commercial break right now. So I'm just kind of like chilling. 25-yard pass over here on the Madden game. I think the Madden game is going to finish significantly long before the actual game is over with, especially because you get down to the end and you got halftime too. There's going to be 15, 20 minutes, and then if the game's close, it could take a lot longer. And obviously, we're already like way ahead already because the damn commercial. It's the playoffs, so a lot of people are watching this, so the commercials are going to be a lot longer. It's going to be a lot more of them. Still at commercial break. All right, so they came back and they called it play stands, incomplete pass. So they're going to be charged with a timeout, and they are coming out to punt. They're only on like the 37-yard line, and they're punting. And they just got to delay a game, so we're going to move it back 5 yards. I think they did that probably on purpose, just because from the 37, like, it's probably hard for a kicker to kick that short a distance. All right, so they move the ball back, and they're going to punt. Call for a fair catch at about the 10-yard line. So Buffalo's taking over from the 10. Buffalo won some like really important games down the stretch, like Thanksgiving Day in Dallas. That was a big game for them. They won at Pittsburgh, which was late in the season. Um, they lost both games to New England, but they played them strong, at least in the second one. Playing New England's never easy. It hasn't been for the last 20 years. Actually, it hasn't been for quite a bit longer than that. New England, like people think that their New England dynasty started in 2001, but the Patriots were a pretty damn good team they were in the Super Bowl in like 97 or 98 too. With Bledsoe, they've been a dynasty for a long time, like 25 years. They just talk about the Belichick and Brady dynasty, but that's just because most Patriots fans never watched football before 2001. Fact. And I can tell you that because I'm from that area, and I've never met a Patriots fan ever. I'm a Patriot hater, by the way. I've never been a Patriots. I never even met a single Patriots fan before 2001. And now, like, 9 out of 10 people I know are Patriots fans. I'm from that area. I don't even live there now. And 9 out of 10 people that I know are Patriots fans now. So I know for a fact that like 90% of football fans today started watching football like 20 years ago. Nobody ever watched it before that, so that's just like the Seahawks too. I would say probably 95% of people in Seattle didn't even know there was a fucking football team there in Seattle before 2012. Ooh, nice pass. So, Josh Allen threw the ball about 12 yards, first down. Bullet pass. It was covered. It was covered really well too. Like he threw it in there. All right, so it's first and 10 from about the 22. I'll tell you what, if Houston doesn't start playing both sides of the football, oof, just out of the reach. Passed to about the 40, but incomplete. Just out of reach of the tight end. Well, Buffalo's moving the ball down the field, and man, they're we got a holding. Let's see. Oh, hands to the face. He did it on the play before too to J.J. Watt, but it didn't get called. And I think the one before was actually worse, so it was probably just kind of a little bit of a payback. Oh, that's nice. All right, it's first and 20. Allen drops back, little screen. Oh, out to Gore. I'll tell you what, man, that dude's got some zip on that pass. I don't think Gore was expecting that ball to come at him at 155 miles an hour. All right, so we got 4:52 to go in the first, and we're already in the second quarter on the Madden game. I have a feeling this Madden game will probably be over almost before halftime. I think they're going to get a flag for this. That's a really bad call if they don't. I really want Buffalo to win, but I think that's a bad call if they don't, because the play clock stopped at 0, and then Josh Allen looked up and called timeout. And granted, I'm only seeing like the electronic play clock. I'm seeing what's on the screen, and that may not be synced up completely 100% with the actual play clock on the game, but I would like to think that if it's pretty close. They're at a commercial break now. If there are people watching later in the stream, which I don't think I've had too many people watching, I will play this all the way out to the end of the game. But if the Madden game ends, and there's nobody in the chat or anything like that, I'll probably just go ahead and end it. Buffalo, I think, can definitely win this game, but I don't know that they can go into the second round and beat either Baltimore or... Actually, I mean, they played Baltimore pretty tough. They made a lot of stupid mistakes in that game, and that was in Baltimore. And they were in that game like pretty late in the game, and that's when Baltimore kind of turned it on. So, I mean, if they stay in, in the event that Buffalo wins this game... I mean, Kansas City can do it, but I mean, if there's a team in the wild card right now that could go into Baltimore and beat them, it's this Buffalo Bills team right here, because they have a really good running game with their running backs as well as Josh Allen. And they have a really good defense as well, so probably the best defense that's... everybody says New England's got the best defense, but I think that I don't think they're as good as everybody says they are. That's my personal opinion. I just don't think they're that good. All right, so we got a... it's not showing. 2nd and 20 right now. Oh, he almost threw an interception. And that would have been a pick six. Yeah, that's one of the things that Josh Allen cannot do in this game if he plans to win it. If he tries to throw a ball like that, got a pretty good chance of not winning today. All right, so it's 3rd and 20. We got 4:48 to go in the first quarter. All right, so a little screen pass to Beasley. He picked up a few yards, but it's 4th down. Bills are going to have to punt. Also, though, with that being said, the Texans are a much better team with J.J. Watt. If he is actually healthy, and he almost batted a ball down right here, it went right through his hands. So he looks like he's healthy. Which I'm not even seeing him in the Madden game. He's probably injured in the Madden game. All right, nice punt. You got the 25-yard line. You get it out to about the 35 on the return. So Houston's ball at the 35-yard line. So in the game, they just said that last year the road team won 3 out of 4 games on the road on the wild card. So right now it's 7-0 Buffalo, and Houston's got the ball 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. All right, a little handoff. Looks like Carlos Hyde maybe. You got maybe a yard. And this is what I'm saying about Buffalo is their run defense is really good. If they play just a little bit better, they slow their Baltimore Ravens run offense down, and they also have a really good secondary as well. Uh, they could be the only team that could beat Baltimore Ravens. And we'll be back next week. Our little screen to Johnson. He got a couple. Looks like he's out to about the 40. All right, so it's 3rd down and 4. They're probably at the 41, 42. Deshaun Watson's an empty backfield right now. Pass. Got it. 1st down. Across the 50 to about the 46, 47. This is a nice little out pass right there to the tight end. All right, so Deshaun Watson still lined up in the backfield with nobody in the backfield, but he didn't get any pressure on him in that last play. So you got Hopkins lined up in the slot right now, and it passes to him, incomplete. That was kind of a really bad pass on Deshaun Watson. So it's 2nd and 10. All right, so he's got 2 backs in the backfield. He's got a fullback in there, and he's got Carlos Hyde. So he's kind of running around a little bit. He's going to scramble for... He might have got a 1st down. They called him out quite early. I don't know if that was a good spot right there because it did look like he kind of toe-touched it on the sidelines there and maybe picked up the 1st down, but they're calling him about 3 or 4 yards short, it looks like. Here's the replay. Yeah, maybe he did. Like his barely. Let's see. Man, like a millimeter. He was out. I think he was out about 3 yards short by just a hair. This is 3rd down and 3. 126 to go, and almost sacked. And he's sacked. Took him a little while to get him, but he finally got a hold of a shoe and couldn't get away. So it's already the 2nd sack already. Huh. It's funny because the same guy who just made the tackle is the guy who actually got the sack in the game, number 93. On the Madden game. All right, so they are going to punt the ball away. See, that's the 2nd time they've punted like from their own side of the, like that's a failed drive to me. You get all the way across the 50, you're in your side of the field. So it's kind of like a restart of the last one. They're getting the ball at about the 8 or 9 yard line. Fair catch on the punt. So we're at a commercial break. It's 7-0 Buffalo in the Madden game now too. I didn't even see when they scored. I've been really just watching the actual game. Oh. It's almost halftime in this game already. I'm kind of thinking I just want to watch this game. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and because nobody's in here watching this, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream, and I'm gonna watch this game. So see you later.